Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the most common problems with the .NET developers is the SQL. In fact, always like developers always want to skip to write the SQL queries because they don't have much clarity in the concept of SQL. Or that is why like they are not able to write the store procedures or functions in an efficient way, or most of them they always use the chat gpt or other AI tools as well, because like they don't have any concepts, okay, or they just write some basic prompts to write the store procedures and so many things like this, okay. So this is why I thought that I should deliver the content on the SQL Server so that they feel confident while they are writing the SQL queries. Okay. Or in this video, we will learn SQL from the basics to the advanced level. We will understand from the zero level where like we will start from the SQL languages. Thereafter we will or step by step there after we will able to create the complex queries as well. Or in this video you will get a lot of interview questions on the SQL as well, because interview always ask the first question on the SQL, or the if you are not able to write the SQL queries, or if you are not able to answer in the interview, so there is a very negative pointer to get hired in your dream companies as well. So this is why we should learn the SQL, okay. So please stick in this video till the end so that you will get clarity in the concepts, okay. Or I know most of you have installed the SQL Server, so like I don't need to mention you that how to install the SQL Server, okay. There is a very basic thing there is a very basic installation process of the SQL Server. Just you have to go to the Microsoft official website, okay. Thereafter you will get the setup of the SQL Server, okay. Or now let's see that or along with that most of you think that like like why we should learn SQL Server, why we not PostgreSQL. Because like I will create the separate video on the PostgreSQL, but right now we have to learn the SQL Server, because companies have like a lot of projects in the SQL Server, or in the backend they use the SQL Server. So this is why we should start from the SQL Server. Thereafter we will jump to the PostgreSQLs in the other videos, okay. So let's see that how we will start here, okay. Or first you should know that there are two types of database, which is the RDBMS database or non-RDBMS database. In the RDBMS database, like we store the values, we store the data in a tabular form, in the in the form of rows and columns, just like your Excel file, okay. But in terms of non-RDBMS, we always store data in the document formatted, okay. Just to RDBMS. So in the RDBMS, like we store the data in the like uh, tabular form, okay. First thing is that, okay. Thereafter non-RDBMS means like you stored the data in other format, okay. Or the most common format is the JSON format, okay. JSON document format. But if I tell you, and what are the examples of the RDBMS? So you have to know which is like a SQL, MySQL, okay, or PostgreSQL, okay. So like there are lot of database that we or are like Azure SQL database, okay. So like there are a lot of things that you need to know, okay. Or in terms of non-RDBMS, there is a most famous database which I call as a non-RDBMS, which is the MongoDB. Okay, or we will learn the MongoDB database as well, but in the separate videos. But today we will learn the SQL Server. Okay, so let's see that you have understand the first question, interview can ask you that how many types of the database is exist, so you need to answer RDBMS or non RDBMS. Thereafter there is another thing that the interview will ask you, SQL languages, okay. So like how many languages is exist in the SQL. So we will we will see one by one like how many languages is available. So like first you should know like what is the SQL. So SQL means like a structured query language, but it is not a programming language. Please keep this thing in your mind. It is a script language where you where you write the script to manage the data, to manage the tables and databases as well, or you define the structure of like how your data should looks like. Okay, so this is first thing you need to understand about the like a SQL. Okay, or there are a lot of command comes with the SQL. Okay, to manage the data like create, insert, update, delete. We will see all these commands in the later in this video. Okay, so first you should know like what is the first language that we will discuss here, which is the DDL, which in the full form we call it as a data definition language. Okay, so like what is the data definition language? Okay, or like why we call it as a like what is the data definition? So in terms of database there are a lot of definitions that we always ask. Okay, like it always define your like how your database looks like. So there are a lot of objects that we will discuss here. So first object is database, second is tables, views and indexes. So all these things using all these things we define the our database. Okay, or we call it or all these things we call it as a objects. Okay, still there are a lot of things that we call it as a object. Okay, but we will see one by one in this video as well. Okay, so first you should know like how many commands is available in the DDL. So first command is create, second is alter, a third is drop. Okay, another is truncate. Okay, so all these four commands comes with the DDL. Or like when you use the create, so like it always change the structure of your database. Like if you use the if you want to create the database, so simply you just write the create database or Rohan DB. Okay, so this is my database name. So here you use the create command to create the database. If you want to create the table, so simply you write the create table Rohan, like students table. Okay, so like this is how like we create the table. Okay, or there is alter. So alter command is used to like manage your table structure. Okay, like if you want to remove any table, or like if you want to remove a specific column from the table, or if you want to add any column into the table. Okay, so in this scenario you can use the alter. Or there is another use of the alter, like you can change the data types of the of the particular column. Okay, I will show you that how many types is available in the SQL. Okay, so we will discuss this thing in the later in this video. There is another command which is a drop command. Like if you want to remove any table from the database, and if you want to remove the database complete database, so like you always use the drop command. But if you want to if you want to remove all the data from the table. Okay, so you use the truncate command, but it always reset your identity values as well. Okay, I will show you that what is the identity, or what are the what exactly I am telling you in terms of truncate. Okay, so like this is why, or this is the first language that we have discussed, which is a DDL. Now the second language that we will gonna to discuss here, which is the data DML, or I will call it as the data manipulation language. Okay, so in this language, the this manipulation makes sense. Like you are manipulation your data in the table. Okay, so let's see that how many commands is available in this DML. Okay, so the first command, so like all the CRUD operations we can do with the DML. Okay, for insert, update, delete. Okay, or yes, these things like this is super enough. Okay, So like in such a way, like you can define and you can manipulate your data using the DML languages, okay? Or we will see that like how to write such queries in the DML, okay? So later in this video I will show you that how to write the DML queries, okay, or like how your data is manipulated with the DML, okay. Now the next thing that you need to understand, let me understand let the next is uh, DCL, okay. So DCL means like data control language, okay. Or here like which like the meaning of the DCL means like who can control your data, okay. So in the SQL server you define lot of users, okay, or suppose there is a user is user 1 or user 2, okay. So there are two users on your database, okay, or no, user is another thing, okay, like it is not like if you like we define the separate users in the database, okay. Now let's see that what is the user one, okay. So the user one that I will tell you, okay. So like let's see that what so suppose if your user one has the permission to delete and update command in your particular table, okay. So in such a scenario we like this user have the control on a particular table with the permission of delete and update, okay. But your user one have the permission to insert, okay, like it can insert any data, okay. So so in such scenarios we always discuss about the DCL, okay. Or there are two types of command is available. So the first command is grant command, okay, like you grant the permission to any table, okay, or like to any specific user, okay, or this is or any specific table as well, okay. Or the second command is like you can like remove the permission, you can revoke your power from that particular user, okay. So these are two basic commands, okay. I will tell you later in this video like how to write and how to give the permissions to that user as well, okay. Now the next is TCL. In the in the TCL we discuss about the transaction control language. So guys, another thing is that please keep a note all the things in your notebook, okay, because like whenever you want to go revise, okay, or suppose your interview is the next day, okay. So like in just 10 minutes you will revise all the topics one by one, okay. Like you don't need to view this video again, like you don't need to watch this video entirely, okay. Now, there is a transaction control language. Okay, like in the transaction, we define set of SQL queries. Okay, or or if all the things have successfully done. So in such scenarios, like the transaction should committed, or if any error goes, meanwhile, so everything that we have done is rollback. Okay. So in such scenarios, we use the TCL, okay, or in the TCL, TCL comes with the three commands, which is the transaction, uh, commit, and the another is rollback, okay. So these three commands comes with the TCL. Or now the final language that we are discussed here, which is the DQL, okay, like data query language, okay. So data query language, please stick in this video till the end so that you will get all the basic knowledge of the SQL server. Interviewer definitely will ask you, or definitely you will uh, like uh, uh, you will be answered in the interview as well, okay. So the data query language has there is a particular command which is the select command, okay. Or still there are a lot of things that we can do here, like where command, order by command, okay. So these are the such commands that we use with the DQL, data query language. This DQL language is if you want to, suppose you have inserted, updated, deleted your data, okay, or if you want to get the data from your table, okay, to show your user. Okay, so in such a way we use the DQL command. Okay, so like these were the five SQL languages that we have discussed so far in this video. Or if you if you have any issues, okay, or if you think that there is something that I missed about these five SQL languages, okay, so just do let me know in the comment section of this video, okay, so that we can so that we can discuss in the further videos as well. Okay, so now the next thing that we will gonna to discuss here, okay, which or I we will on at the end of this time is to write the SQL queries as well. Okay, or I will show you like how many how to write the queries as well, like, and how to execute your queries. Okay, so let's see. So the first query that we will gonna to add here, okay, or let me write the query for you. Okay, so the first query that we will see here, okay, like there is a query which is the create database. Okay, I will create the database. I will just name it as a Rohan DB. Okay, so this is the first database that we will gonna to create here. Okay, or simply I will just execute this command thereafter, or you have to just refresh the database option. Thereafter you will see that Rohan DB database is created. Okay, let me see that can we zoom in this or not. Okay, zoom is not allowed here. Okay, so this is your database is created. Okay, or there are a lot of options you will see, like database diagram, tables, views, tunnel, resources, synonyms, programmability, okay, or query storage, security. So all such things that we have discussed here. Okay, or there are section which is the table section. We will see that how to create the tables and how to store the data is in the table as well. Okay, now let's see that there is a suppose we have created the data, we have created a database, or suppose I want to delete the database from my local machine. So simply I will just to write the database name, which is the Rohan database. Okay, so I don't need to mention the database keyword here. Okay, so simply I'll just write drop Rohan DB. Okay, but there is another thing. Let's mention the drop here. Okay, or simply I will just use the F5. Okay, if you want to execute your particular query, particular line of SQL query, okay, so just select there or press F5. Okay, or you will see that command completed successfully. Okay, right now it is showing here because we haven't refreshed this database options. Okay, if I refresh this thing, thereafter you will see that Rohan DB is gone. Okay, now the next thing that we will discuss the things about tables, like how to create the tables in your database. Okay, simply I will just remove this table. Okay, or now let's see now let's recreate the database to create the tables. Okay, or let's refresh. Okay, so in such a way we have created the database. Okay, now let's create the table. Okay, or so you have to write the create table. Okay, employees. Okay, now whenever you want to create the tables, so there are a lot of things is you have to know, which is like how to define the columns in the table, what are the data types we use in the SQL. Okay, so if you want to see like how many types of data types is available. Okay, so simply I will explain you the things like what are the data types. Okay, so simply let me show you. Let me tell you that SQL data. Basics SQL data types that you need to know. First is varchar, nvarchar, or care data type, and care data type. Okay, or along with that date date time data type. Okay, date data type. Okay, or you can define your another thing is decimal data type, integer data type, big int data type. Okay, so there are some basic data types that we will see here. Okay, or we will create like so many columns on this like using this SQL data types. Okay, or let me explain you the thing one by things about the data types. Whenever suppose your old data is in the English characters, okay, so always you should go with the varchar. But in case you have some characters Chinese characters, Japanese characters, or Hindi characters, okay, so in such a way you should opt the varchar, okay, or you should always otherwise your all that character will be replaced by this. Okay, so suppose this word is written in the Japanese, okay, or I am you, or I haven't choose the data types as a n varchar, I just put as a n varchar, okay. Thereafter you will see in the database like that your database will store your that Chinese character into the question mark, okay. So please don't make these silly mistakes here, okay. Now there is a care and n care. It follows the same things as well, okay, it always allows you the English or numeric characters, okay, same like this. Or there is an n care, like if you want to add the particular characters, okay, so you always prefer the n care. In the dead time, you always define the timestamps, dob, and other things related to date time, okay, with the time uh, as well, okay. But if you want to just add the time only, like date only, so you can use date as well. There is another date time that we will see here, like a small date time, okay. There is, so this is the another data type. Decimal, like if you want to work with the decimals like currency, okay, or some big numbers in the decimals, okay, so you should always opt the decimal data type, okay. There is another is float data type, okay, but it has a fixed precision, okay, or decimal or you can define the maximum, like you can define any number of the precision, but still it has the limit as well, okay. Or if you want to store some scientific values in the decimal, okay, so you should always choose the decimal data type, not in the float data type, okay. But another data type is exist is integer data type, okay, or still it has a limit to store as integer value, okay. Or if you want to store integer which has the a very big number, so you should always opt the big integer data type, okay. So this is how we have discussed the SQL data types, okay. Now let's see that what how to define the columns in the table, okay. So if you suppose I want to define a table a column which is the id column, or id column should have the integer type, okay. I want to define the primary key as well, okay. Or now let's add the identity as well, okay. Identity I want to add as a 1 comma 1. That's it, okay. I will tell you that what is the identity. Suppose what is the primary key? First thing you should know, okay. The primary key. Uh, First, let's define all the things one by one here, okay. The another thing that I want to insert of the for your employees, okay, is name of your employees, okay, with the varchar 50, okay, with the length of varchar 50, this column can store the name with the maximum 50 characters, okay, only. You can define the not null, like employees always give the value of the name, like they can't store the blank value or the null value in the name column, okay. Now let's add the email as well, okay. Now let's make it as a varchar 30, okay. Or it can be nullable as well, it totally depends on employee, if he wants to store email id or not, okay. So this is why we can make it as a nullable, okay. Or now the another column that we will add here, which is the age, okay. Or in the age, like I will define it as an integer number, but we can add another thing, another condition that I want to add here, okay. like age should greater than equal to 18, okay. So this is how we define the things, okay. If the age is greater than 18, so it will accept the value in the age, okay. But if I want to add the salary column, okay, or let's make it as a decimal, okay. Or I want to make it will store the values with 18 comma 2 means s- uh, let's see, suppose this is the things, okay, point 4, okay. So before decimals, it can it should have it can up to uh, 18 digits, okay. After decimals, it allows to add the values up to 2 uh, up to 2 values, okay. So this is the funda bit behind the decimals, okay. Or I will just I don't want to make it as a null, okay. Thereafter there is a thing that is department ID, okay. Now let's add the department ID, or if you want to add the create date, okay. There is a timestamp that we want to add here, okay. So date time, okay. Or default value that I want to set here, which is the get date, okay. So in such a way, we can write the SQL query to create the tables, okay. Now let's see that how many what is the constraint, okay, and how to use the constraint uh, or how many types of constraint is available in the SQL, okay. Now let's make the things I want to make it as a unique as well, okay. Every employee should have the unique email ID, okay. Otherwise this is not a good thing, okay. Now let's see that what is the identity, what is the primary key, not null, unique, check, okay, not null, default. What are these things, okay? These things we call it as a constraints, okay. Or constraints always it gives you the additional power to your table, okay. Or you can define such and if you want to add such conditions, okay. So you always prefer the constraints, okay. So there are there are 6 types of SQL constraints, okay. Interviewer will ask you what is the SQL constraints, okay, or how many types of it, okay. So you have to tell to the interviewer in the SQL we have uh, like uh, 6 types of SQL constraints, okay. First is primary key, second is foreign key, okay, or FOREIGL. Another is unique key, next is null, another is not null, okay. uh, Thereafter you will see the check command, or another is default constraint, okay. Now let's remove the null, okay. So these are SQL constraints that you add in the SQL table columns, okay. Interviewer will ask you where we apply the SQL constraints, so you always tell to the interviewer that we add the SQL constraints in the table columns, okay. So please keep this thing in your mind. There is 6 types of SQL constraint: primary key, foreign key, unique key, not null, check, default, okay. So these are some SQL constraint, okay. Now let's discuss about the primary key, what is the primary key. Primary key always hold the unique value. First thing is that, but it doesn't allow you to add not null, okay. You can't store the null values in the primary key column. If you want to discuss the prime foreign key, okay, foreign key like have the reference of the primary key or any column as well, okay, with the other tables or in this self table as well, okay. So it holds the reference as well, okay. Or you can store the null values as well. Any number of null values is accepted in the foreign key, okay. Now let's discuss about the unique key. In the unique key, like you can store the unique values, but you can store the null values as well. Okay, in the SQL Server, like you can store only one null value. Okay, in the SQL Server. Okay, or if your column has the constraint as a unique constraint. Okay, now the next is like not null, okay, or in or like it your column doesn't allow the null values as well, okay, so not null, that's it, okay. So this is how like we should always understand how to add the constraint, okay. Another is check constraint, okay. In the check constraint you see that age is, if age is greater than 18, okay, so the age value is allowed, okay. So this is how like we add the check constraint, okay. Conditional based thing, okay. And the another is default value, okay. If you want to add some suppose if the user is not entered the value, okay, so we can define the default value as well, okay. Suppose I send the, like I have entered the uh, timestamp manually, okay. So like this is, so it will add it, but if I don't, okay, so simply it will just add the default value of the get date, okay. Get date is a SQL function to get the date, as well, okay. So let's see that like what is the like how to get the date, okay. So at this moment you will see that the date is 10 January 2026, time is 12:49, okay. So this is how like we can get the date using the SQL, okay. Now we have understand all these SQL constraints for your tables, okay. Now let's execute this command, okay. Or thereafter I think I'm uh, okay. So I have to select the Rohan DB as well, okay. So now let's execute this command. Thereafter, you will see that command completed successfully. Okay, using this SQL constraints. Okay. Now let's see that here we got the table in the table section. Okay, just you have to explore this thing, explore this option. Thereafter, you will see that employees table is created. Or if you want to see the schema of this table as well, so just right click on this table, go to the design section, you will land here, okay. Or in this way, like you can see like how your table looks like. So there are like 7 columns that we have created in this table, different with the different types of data type, okay. Or you will see that is this column allowed the null value or not, okay. Or if you want to see that what is the identity, okay. So let's see that, okay. So in this ID column, just click over here, okay. While you scroll down, you will see that the identity specification is yes, okay. Or you will see that identity increment is 1, identity seed is value is 1, okay. Or thereafter, so that is why we put as a 1 comma 1, okay. Or like how this is how we add the identity in the SQL, okay. I hope you get an idea about how to create the tables, okay, with the SQL constraint as well, okay. Or you see that like what is the primary key, okay, or unique key, okay. Check constraints, not a null constraint as well, okay. Now let's do some basic CRUD operations on this table, so that you will get to know uh, is your SQL constraint works or not, okay. Suppose I want to insert data in this employees column, okay. So let's employees table, so let's see that how to insert the values in employees table. So let's first is insert, into employees. Okay, or now let's define the values like columns as well. So I want to add the name, email, age, salary, and department ID. Okay, so like this is how like we can define the things. Okay, let's okay, so that you can see it clearly as well. Or now let's define the like values as well. Okay, like what are the values that I want to store here? Okay, in the name section I want to add the Rohan Kumawat. In the email section I want to add as a Rohan Kumawat dot pink city @gmail.com. Guys, this is my email ID. If you have any queries regarding the .NET, and if you want to seek any guidance for your career as well, so just email me uh, at this email. Okay, or you can ask me directly on my LinkedIn profile as well. Okay, I want to add my age as well. Okay, or the salary. Let's uh, add as a okay. Now another thing is like department is like the department ID is suppose it's 12. Okay, so like this is how like we can define the things like this. Okay, or first let's understand like is my is the constraint is working properly or not. Okay, suppose the age is 17 because I have added the constraint as age will be greater than 18. Okay, now let's run this command as well. Okay, so that we can see that everything is working fine or not. Okay, or now let's execute this command as well. It is telling me that string binary would be truncated in the table. Okay, which table? Truncate value. Okay, and why it is showing this thing here? I think IMAIL. Everything looks good. Then why it is causing the error? Let me see that where the problem is happened. Email ID should like it always I think it crossed the 30 characters. Why it is telling me? Okay, so the size of the email is cross the 30 characters because I added the like length of the email column is like 30 characters maximum. Okay, or you will see another error which is check constraint is telling me that age should be greater than 18. Okay, but if you want to add your age, okay, now let's make it as a 19. Okay, or thereafter we will see that we will can we execute the things. Okay, like we have successfully execute our first command. Okay, or we have inserted our employees non-employee. Okay, or if you want to see is anything like have you inserted this thing. Okay, so simply just you have to write select star from employees. Okay, or now let's execute this command. Okay, or you or this is how like you will see the data is inserted as ID is 3 Rohan Kumawat or all such things you will see here. Okay, you will surprise that why it is ID is 3 but why not. Okay, but why not 1. Okay, so the error is causing because the error is like we you have seen that like I have executed this command two times, okay. In a two times you have seen that I got two errors, okay. But whenever the things have successfully done, so the increment is added as a 3. This is why like we, so like this is how like you should always understand like so this is how like things work with the identity column, okay. Or if you want to reset this value, okay, so I already told you earlier in this video, okay, like if you want to reset the value, okay, of the identity column, so simply just you have to write truncate table employees, just execute this command. Or now let's see there is no any data is available in this table, okay. Or now let's rerun this command as well. Or you will see that one row is affected, okay. Or if you want to see that, you will see that id is one here, okay. So this is how like you can reset your identity as well, but it is not a good practice, because suppose you are working in the production mode, okay. Or if you use this command accidentally to make to want to reset this value, so guys please don't do it, okay. Otherwise you will like you will go in the trouble as well, okay. So like this is how like we can insert the data in the employees table, okay. Now do some thing as well, okay. So you will see that name should null should null value is not allowed in the null column, okay, in the name column. Now let's try to add the null values in this column, okay. Or now let's execute this command. Thereafter you will see that cannot insert the null value into the name column, because we have added the constraint is not null, okay. Now let's add the things here, okay. Suppose if I want to add this row again, can we insert it again? If you know the answer, just do let me know in the comment section of this video, so that I will get to know like you are attentively watching this video, okay, and you are actually learning the SQL as well, okay. Execute this command. Thereafter you will see that unique key constraint, violation of the unique key constraint, okay. like uh, this email is not allowed again, because this email is already exist in this table, okay. Now let's see that is this email is exist or not, okay. Thereafter you will see that another row is exist with this email, with this data in the email column, okay. So like this is how like you can insert the data, okay. Now let's uh, understand the things regarding suppose you will see that the created date is automatically added, because we haven't sent the value, okay. Or in such scenarios you can use the default column as well, okay. Now let's see that uh, now the next thing that we will see here, okay, the key identity is discussed, okay. All such SQL constraints that we have discussed so far in this video, okay. If suppose if I want to change this email address, okay, so how we can do this? We can do with the update command, okay. So you have to use the update employees. That thereafter you have to use the set keyword, like you want to set the value uh, as well, okay. Or now let's add the email, okay. Now what the value that I want to replace here? Suppose I want to add the Rohan Kumawat 31, okay. Or this is my actual email id, okay. This is not mine, okay. Please don't confuse, okay. Or if but first you have to suppose I will just add this command here, okay. Or now let's see that everything is looking fine or not, okay. Now thereafter let me show you the things you will see that we have successfully updated our value, okay. There's a given, okay. Now let's reinsert an another value. Okay, like Rohan. Okay, uh, thereafter we will insert 3 4 values so that we can get to know like what the thing actually I'm trying to do here. Okay, or another value that I'm gonna do add here, which is like 35. Okay, or now let's see all the values. So thereafter you will see that we have email IDs like 31, 33, 34, 35. Okay, suppose if I run this command. Okay, so or thereafter you will see that if I want to execute. Okay, so thereafter you will see that the violation of unique key constraint. Okay, like always should have the like unique key as well. Okay, but if you want to update like how will I get to, suppose I want to update this email ID as 36. Okay, so how will I get to this? Okay, so you have to add the where condition where your ID is 6. So in such a way, like you can define and you can update the value on a particular column, or I want to add as a 36. Thereafter, if I execute this thing, okay, thereafter you will see the result is 36 on a particular specific column. Okay, so please keep this thing in your mind while you are working with the SQL constraint. Okay, and while you are creating the SQL tables. Okay, like a SQL constraint always always ensure the things like like every data should added in like a but in a very right data should be inserted in the table. Okay, so this is how like we can ensure with the like SQL constraint. Okay, now let's delete some data as well. Suppose I want to delete a particular data. Okay, delete from employees. Okay, where ID is 6. Okay, like I want to remove column. I want to remove row where the ID is 6. Okay, or suppose if I execute this thing, thereafter you will see that the data is gone which have the ID is 6. Okay, so this is how like you should always aware to use the like delete update as well. Please don't forget to add this where condition in delete and update command as well, otherwise it will delete all the row as well. Okay, suppose I forgot to add this thing here. Okay, or accidentally I execute this command, or you will see the 3 rows affected. It means that all the rows is removed from this table. Okay, so please be mindful whenever you are trying to use these 2 commands. Okay, so this is how like we should always ensure that please add this where condition as well. Okay, now let's add few tweaks on this table as well. Okay, or let me add it as a 35 36. Okay, or execute. Now let's add the age as well. Okay, or 37. Okay, or thereafter now let's add another value as a 38. Okay, or with the age of age 21. Okay, so there are we have these rows in our table that we have created here. Okay, but thereafter you will see that the increment is still working like 7 8 9 10. Okay, because delete command doesn't reset your identity value, your truncate command will reset. Okay, please keep this thing in your mind. Interview will ask you like what is the difference between delete and truncate, so you always answer to interview that your truncate command will always reset the value of identity column. Okay, but if you're using the delete there, like it doesn't reset. Okay, so this is the thing that you need to answer. But another is like if you are using the truncate command. Okay, so like it is used to delete all the rows from a table. Okay, in fact, using the delete command, you can remove all the tables, all the rows from the table. Okay, without mentioning the condition. Okay, but if you have mentioned the condition, so like if you want to remove a particular column, a particular row from the table, thereafter you will always use the where condition. Okay, so this is how we should always use this thing here. Okay, now let's do so many things regarding, suppose I want to I want to arrange the data in the sort in the sorted order. Okay, so how to sort as well. Okay, there is a there is a command which is the order by. Okay, I want to add, I want to sort on the basis of age. Okay, or if I want to execute, thereafter you will see that data is sort on the basis of age. Okay, but if you want to execute in the descending order, then you have to use the DESC. Okay, or thereafter you will see 21, 20, 19, 19. Okay, so this is how you should always use the data like this in such a format, and you can arrange the data using the up, using the order where condition. Okay, or suppose I want to like uh, I only want top two rows. Okay, so just use top two star, that's it. Okay, and what is the what is the using, why we are using the star here. Okay, what is the purpose to use star here. Okay, star always gives you all the data with the all the columns as well. Okay, but if you want to if you want to see only emails and name. Okay, if you want result should only have the two columns, which is email and name. Thereafter you you will execute this command, so you will see that name and or email is added here. Okay, so this is the purpose to use the star, or if you and this is the good practice to mention the columns as well. Okay, this is the good practice that that you always um, and never forget to things add here. Okay, or if you want to see that I want the name distinct values. Okay, so distinct or distinct in the distinct I want to see the all the names is available in the distinct name. Okay, so you will see that let's remove this thing here. I don't need this thing anymore. Okay, now let's execute. So you will see that the district name is unique name is the Rohan. Okay, suppose I have thousands rows. Okay, I want to see the distinct values. Okay, so so you, in case you will use the distinct, thereafter in the braces you have to mention the column name as well. Okay, so this is how we should always consider to use such things like this. Okay, now let's do so many things regarding the operators as well. There are a lot of operators that we will see here. Okay, so star. Okay, now let's get all the data, or I want to add, I want to use the operators here. Okay, suppose I want to see that the first operator that we are using here, assignment operator. Okay, or I want to get the data where the not where the age is 19. Okay, suppose I have added the condition. Okay, or thereafter if I execute, thereafter you will see that there are two rows is exist where the age is 19. But if I want to see that how many data is available where the age is greater than 19, thereafter you will see that there are two columns which has the two rows which has the edges 20 and 21. Okay, so this is how we can add the things like this. Okay, suppose I want to see here. Okay, if the any data is available in the less than 19, so you will get no any results is shown, because no any data is available where the age is lesser than 19. Okay, or if you want to see that the data should have greater than 19 or equal 19, thereafter you will see that all the rows is we got, because all such rows have the data as a greater than 19 and including 19 as well. Okay, so this is how you can use the operators in the SQL. Okay, now let's discuss the now still there are a lot of things that you need to understand. Like there is an operator which is like between operator. Okay, like in the between. Okay, like if the age is between 18 and 22, if I execute this command, you will see that age is so all the rows that we have get add here. Okay, suppose I add as a 21, thereafter you will see that 21 is included. Okay, but suppose if I add the things like this, or if I execute, so you will see that between always include these values as well. Okay, so it doesn't exclude the things like this. Guys, there is a one important thing that I want to tell you and that I want to ask you, that please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video to your friends, your colleagues on network as well, and hit the like button. And if you are loving this content, so just drop me in the comment box of this video, like this video is actually worth it. Okay, and we are actually learning a very good thing in the SQL as well. Okay, because in this year, like I will make you to a very like excellent .NET developer, or so that you can work with the large level of projects. Okay, or even you can handle the projects alone as well. Okay, so this is why like I created this channel, or we are and this is the fifth playlist that we have created as a .NET surprise. Okay, so let's see that like what are the things that we will see in the upcoming videos as well. Okay, we will bring you so many videos like this. Okay, oh guys, there is an request that I want to see, that I want to tell you. Okay, most of you don't like haven't subscribed my YouTube channel. Okay, like around 85% viewers haven't subscribed my channel as well. Okay, we have 628 members in our YouTube family. Okay, so thank you so much for your big support. Okay, and we will always deliver you a very excellent videos as well. Okay, in the playlist section you will see that all that we have started this playlist. Okay, or this is the currently we is the first video on the next playlist, which is the .NET 2026 strategies. Okay, so we have so many playlists on our YouTube channel. Okay, you can visit any one of them as per your interest. We have like a Docker playlist. Okay, in 5 videos you will learn entire Docker for your .NET application as well. Okay, if you want to learn Azure, if you want to learn like GraphQL. Okay, so this is the good things that you need to understand, that you want always the things should go in the right direction. Okay, now let's back to the course again. So you have seen that we have used the like between command here. Okay, suppose like there is a thing that I will tell you here. Okay, or now suppose age like age is 19. Okay, there is a operator that we will see, not is. Okay, age in 1920. Okay, so this behaves as a or operator. Okay, in the brackets you always define the operator or operator in the curly braces using the in command. Okay, thereafter you will execute, thereafter you will see that the data which have the like age is 19 or even 20 as well. Okay, so the values added here. Okay, suppose I added things like this, so thereafter you will see that age is only the data we got as a age 19. Okay, so this is how like we always prefer, we always use the things like this. Okay, there is another operator that we will see here, which is like suppose like email. Okay, or email uh, or I want that email should looks like if the email like Rohan percentage. Okay, it will search all the email IDs where the email contains the Rohan word. Okay, but if you want to if you want to see that email should end with the Rohan word. Okay, if I execute, thereafter you will see that no any row we get where the email ID is ends with the Rohan. Okay, Suppose I want to add the things like this, so thereafter you will see that like still it is working because we have added the percentage to here, okay, like 2% here, okay. So like it will check that if any rows which have the Rohan in the last, okay, or if any rows where the Rohan word in the initial, okay. So all such data which have the same, this kind of structure we will get here, okay. Suppose I add the things like this, so still it is working because it doesn't see the case sensitive as well, okay. So this is how like we should always use the like operator, okay, or this all like whenever you want to work with the filtration of the rows, filtration of data from the table, so it always ensure that like filter should work in the correct way, okay. I hope you love this content, you love this video, okay. So and now the next thing that we will see here, okay, or now the next thing that we will gonna discuss about like SQL aggregate functions, okay. So in the SQL aggregate functions, we have so many types of SQL aggregate functions, okay. We'll see one by one each. First is max, min, sum, count, or average. Interviewer will definitely ask you about the aggregate functions, like how many aggregate functions is available in the SQL, okay. Thereafter you have to answer like SQL has aggregate functions like max, min, average, count, or like sum. So in such a way, like you can define the aggregate functions, okay. Like if you want to check that now let's take an example, okay, so that we can understand clearly as well, okay. Suppose I want to check the data, okay, which has the max value, okay. So suppose like whoever the like which is the data like in employees table, I want to see like which like what is the max age in the employees, okay. You have to execute, thereafter you will see that 21 edges available, okay. But if you want to see that what is the minimum value of the ages available in that in this table, you will see the 19, okay. If you want to see that average of the age, okay, average value of the employees age, okay, so it will give me the 19 because there is a calculation that 19 plus 19 plus 20 plus 21, so divided by 4, it will give you the 19 as well. If you want to edge, if you want to sum, if you want to sum, okay, then you have to use the 70, so you will get the 79 using the sum function. If you want to see how many employees, like how many data is available in this table, okay, thereafter you will see that there are four rows is available in this employees table, okay. Or if you want to see the average count, I think we have discussed all the SQL aggregate functions, okay. So I hope you love this video, if you love this content, okay. Now the next topic that we will discuss here, okay, now let's see that like what are the things that we will discuss here, okay. Suppose there is a command which is like group by, okay. There is a comes with the thing which is the group by with the aggregate functions, okay. Or group by with the id, okay. That's it, okay. Or suppose how many rows is available with the id, okay, not id, on the basis of age. That's it, okay. Like I want to group all the age, okay. uh, like I want to see that how many employees are available which has the ages 2, you will see the employee which has the ages number of employees 1, and the age is 21, you will see the number of employees available in the one employee, okay. So like this is how like you can use the group by as well, okay. Or group by is a very like confusion thing that you always ensure like you have to think this thing in the like mental level, okay? Like how you want to represent your data, like because aggregate function always helpful to create the reports, okay? Whenever you want to create the reports, whenever you want to get the data in a particular order, okay? So in such a way, like you always use aggregate functions, okay, or you always need the group by command as well, okay? So this is how like you should always be aware while you are using the group by, okay? And whenever you are doing the group by, okay, so please don't forget to, if you are using this, if you are trying to group by this thing, so you have to mention this thing as well, okay, here. Otherwise you will see the things like this, okay? And here you will see that I am not getting the point, like what the employee have the group as a two employee, one employee. So this is why like you should always mention this column as well, so that you will get to know, okay, so like if like two, there are two employees at the age of 19, one employee is at the age of 20, and another one employee is at the age of 21, okay? So you should always remember the things like this, okay? Now now let's understand that we have understand the SQL constraint, tables, SQL operations, aggregate functions. Now the next thing that we will gonna to discuss here, which is the like join function. Not join function, it is a joins. Okay, SQL joins. Okay, or if you want to work with the joins, you need multiple SQL tables. Okay, or right now we don't have much time to create the multiple SQL tables. Okay, so just go to my repository via github.com RROHANKUMAWT. This is my GitHub repository, okay? Or you will this is the username of my GitHub repository, ROHAN okay? In the repository section, while you scroll down, thereafter you will see a repository which name as a Northwind DB. Just click over here. It is the public repository for you, so that you can explore. You click on the SQL file, or go over here. You have to copy the raw file, come back to your SQL server, okay? Or now let's open a new query editor, okay, using the control plus N. Just paste using the control plus V. Thereafter you will see that there are lot of SQL queries is added here, okay? Like insert, create table, update, okay? So such in such a way, like we have added the query like this, okay? Or just simply you have to execute this command, okay? Thereafter you will see that like it will execute the command like this, okay? Now move to this option. In the database section, you have to refresh your database options, okay? Thereafter you will see the new database is created, which is the Northwind database, okay? Just remove this thing here again, okay? Or now let's explore the Northwind database as well. You will see that there are a lot of tables that we have created as like a Northwind database. In like there are around 10 to 12 SQL tables that we have created so far in this video, okay? Or like this is why like I have saved this thing here, okay? You will see the categories table, and we have a lot of data as well, okay? Let me show you the things like this, okay? So we have the data like this, okay? So now let's see the SQL joins, because like SQL joins always requires the multiple tables as well, okay? Now let's discuss about the SQL joins, okay? Or this is a very important part that you need to always ensure while you're working with the SQL joins, okay? So now let's apply the SQL joins on the two tables, okay? Like you should know like what joins in the SQL joins always help to join a table using using the columns. Okay, suppose I have two columns, which is the employee column or department table in the there are two tables, which is the employee table or department table. Both these table have the columns, which is the department ID. So using the department ID, I can join this to a table. Okay, and I can get the data with this thing. Okay, so here is the approach that we will follow here. Okay, so now let's add the things like this. Okay, let me pin this section. Or now let's do first you should apply the customers. Okay, let me explore the tables as well, so that we can see that everything is looking match or not. Customer ID, okay, so we will apply the SQL joins between customer tables and orders table. Okay, so let's see that how we can do this here. Okay, so customers. Okay, thereafter you have to define the alias of the table, which is I will define as CUS. Okay, our first join that we are discussing, which is the inner join. Okay, now the another table that we are discussing about, orders table. In the orders table, I will define this order ORD. That's it. Okay, on on which column that you want to using join. Okay, I will join using the customer dot customer ID. Okay, equals to ord dot or customer ID. That's it. Okay, so in such way, we have joined the tables like this. Okay, now let's now let's get some data as well. Suppose I want to get the customer, what are the values that we have added here. Okay, so the company name. Okay, customer dot city, customer dot contact name. Okay, I want to get the values from the orders table as well. Okay, so let's see. Now let's add get the order. Okay, so I'm freet. Okay, ord dot ship address. Okay, ord ord dot ship city. Okay, so I am trying to get the data from these two tables using the inner join. Okay, now let's execute this command. Thereafter you will see that we got lot of results using the inner join. Okay, or around 830 rows that we have got here. Okay, or joins is always if you want to get the data from the multiple tables, so you have to ensure and you have to join all the tables on the particular column. Okay, so there are a lot of joins that we will discuss here. First join that we will see here, which is the inner join. Inner join always ensure the column value. Hello. So in such a way, we can we will see about the SQL joins. Inner join always ensure that the column should have the value. If the value is not matched, so you won't get the data. That's it. Okay, so this is the funda of the inner join. But in case of the left join, now let's execute. Thereafter you will see that there are two rows is added here, which is the earlier it was the in case of an inner join, you have seen that at 30 rows, but now you are seeing that at 32. Okay, now the another is right join. Now let's execute. Thereafter you will see still it is the at 30 rows. Okay, so like it depends from where you are trying to get the data. Okay, or in such a way like you always ensure the things like with the SQL joins. Okay, inner join always get the common data between the two tables, but if you are targeting the left join, so left join always ensure like the data should come from the left table, but it will match the value with the right table. Okay, but in case of the right join always ensure that the data should come from the like right table, but it always match the data from the left table. So this is how we use the in like joins. There are these kind of joins that we use here. Still there are joins like self join, cross join. These are not necessary to discuss the points here, because it doesn't make any sense, because I have a most of in around 99% cases we always need these three joins. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now we have understand the joins in the SQL Server. Okay, or now we have understand the things regarding the joins. Okay, now let's move to the views as well. Okay, before the going to the views, okay, we will discuss about the local tables and the global table as well. Okay, this is a very important thing that you need to understand with the local table. Okay, so in this thing that you have seen here, okay, now let's copy this thing here. Okay, now let's copy. I will come here. Okay, first I will create the local table. Okay, if you want to create the local table, just you have to add the hash word here. Okay, or I will add the name as like local. That's it. Okay, or I will execute this command. Okay, now let's copy this thing here as well. Okay, I will move here, or now let's paste it here, or I will just copy the table name as well. This is the local table that we are creating here. Or now let's insert those values in this table. Now let's execute. Or what I am trying here, select star from this local table. You will see that we got the result from the local table. Okay, but what if I am trying to get the value here. Okay, now let's execute. Thereafter you will see no invalid object name, but here you will see that we are getting the data in this page. So this is the local table, or this table is very important like whenever we are working with the functions and stored procedures. Okay, so this is how we always ensure that that local session only works with the in the current session. Okay, so this is the session that we have created here. Okay, or we have, if we change the session change means like if you are changed the SQL page. Okay, or if you are trying to get the data with this local table, thereafter you will see that we will note the data in such a way. Okay, or if you want to create a local table, you have to use the single hash. But if you want to use the double hash, like if you want to create the global table, okay, so you have to put the double hash here. Okay, thereafter what I will do here, simply I will just paste the things like this. Okay, or in the short period of time you have learned a lot of things on the SQL. So you have seen that it is telling me invalid object name. Why it is telling? Okay, so I need to first I have to create this table as well. So you have seen that we have created this global table. Thereafter you have to insert the values like this. Or if I want to see the value from the global table, so in such a way we are getting the values. Now let's change the session. or if I execute this command, thereafter you will see that we are getting the like result from the global table. Still the or it doesn't like it doesn't see any changes in the same as well. Okay, so this is how it always your local table always works in the current session, but if you want to work with the global table, so it is accessible in any session. Okay, so this is the power of the global table and the local table that you need to understand. Most of the .NET developers that they can't give the answer like what is the local table and the global table. Okay, so I hope you love this thing about the local table and the global table. And if you love this content, I just want to request you that please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this with your friends, your colleagues on it as well, and hit the like button. Okay. Now we have seen lot of things regarding the like local table, global table, aggregate functions, constraint, okay, or like joins. So this is the thing that you should always need to understand, okay. Or definitely whenever your interview will ask you the question, so like I hope you will get an idea about the things regarding the like this. Okay, now let's move and now let's discuss and another thing, which is the views. Like what are the views in the SQL Server? Okay, so like views are the similar to the table. Okay, so views that we are seeing here. Okay, or we need to see about like local and global table. Now let's see that how to create the views. Okay, so if you want to create the view, so or I want to name it as an employee. Okay, or that's it. Okay, else or select. Okay, or select as a select star from uh, employees table. Okay, or not like this, not the employees. I want to create the views. Let me copy the things from here. I think I have pasted. I think I have removed the things. Okay, views always ensure like how you want to represent your data. Okay, or if you want to see if you want to add the data in if you want to show your data in a particular way, so you always need the view. Okay, view always used to get the data, but if you can't do anything in the views because like it doesn't allow you the DML operations. First thing that you need to understand regarding the views. Okay, now let's see that how we will discuss the things here. Okay, so first table that I'm going to create is which is the customer table, or I will add the inner join. Thereafter I will just add the things like orders table. In the orders table I will define like customer ID. Okay, or order inner join orders. That's it. Okay, customer ID. Okay, or let me see that where the problem is. Let me see the what was the exact column. Okay, it was the customer uh, ID. Okay, equals to ord on ord dot customer ID. Okay, so in such a way like we have defined the things. Now let's define the company name as well. Okay, so customer dot company name, or customer dot contact name. Okay, or like ord dot freed as well. Okay, so like I want to represent the values in the views. Okay, now let's create the views. Okay, or if I create using the F5 command. Okay, or now let's refresh this database as well. Okay, so like in such a way like you have seen that how to work with the things. Okay, or you if you want to see like how many views, so you will see that VW employee. Okay, or these it is always saved the things here. Okay, or if you want to see that what are the data is available in the view, so just you have to call it as a select star from VW employees, just press F5. So like you don't need to write the things again and again. Like this is the like you always reserve the things, reserve your queries in the views. Okay, so this is the power of the views that we use in the SQL Server. Okay, now let's discuss the things, important thing that we are using here, which is the stored procedure. Okay, so if you want to create stored process, so first you should know like what is the stored procedure and what are the functions in the SQL Server. Okay, so there is the important question that interview will definitely ask you, what is the difference between SP and the functions. Okay, so in the SP, like SP always you can create SP manually. Okay, uh, if you have created the SP, so like you call can call the function in SP. First thing is that, but you can't call the SP in the function. First thing is that you should know the difference between these two things. In the SP, you can do the DML operation. I won't repeat insert, update, create, delete. No. Okay. And in the functions, okay, you cannot do DML operations. Another thing that you need to understand. Okay, so these are some basic differences between SP and the functions. Okay, whenever you interviewer will ask you what are the difference between SP and functions, so you have to answer in such a way. Okay, now create the procedure as well. So what is the procedure? The procedure is the like a set of the SQL queries, or you if you want to execute the like multiple queries in a like particular block, so always you need to ensure like your store process should have a very good thing. Okay, so suppose I want to create a procedure. Okay, or get employees. Okay, or else begin and, or there. Now let's see that like how to work with the procedures as well, like what are the parameterized procedure and non-parameterized procedure. At this moment you are seeing the non-parameterized procedure. Okay, or simply I will just I will just use the command. Okay, select star from employees. Okay, that's it. Okay, or now I want to get the data from the Rohan DB. That's it. Okay, so if you want to get the data from Rohan DB, thereafter you have to define the dot dot then table name. Okay, or now let's create this procedure using the F5 command. Okay, or if you want to execute, if you want to call this SP, okay, you have to use this execute command, or you have to just you have to mention the uh, SP name. You have to execute this command. You will see that through this command, through this SP, like we got the data from the employees table, which is available in the Rohan DB. Okay, now let's see that like like what are the like what are the parameterized SP. Okay, employees by ID. Okay, or I have defined, like I will define that ID as well. Okay, so MP ID. Okay, as an integer. First thing that you need to understand. Okay, where, okay, ID equals to at the rate emp ID. Okay, so in such a way, like you have to define the things like this. Okay, or if I just execute this command, you will see that we have created the parameters SP. Okay, guys, like most of the like whenever like if you are the backend developer in the .NET or any technology, you always need to work with the stored procedures. So please keep that this thing in your mind, if you're a .NET developer, if you are any backend developer, so you should always know that how to work with the SP. Okay, and how to create the SP. Okay, this is a very simple SP that we are creating here. Okay, or thereafter you have to do a lot of practice again and again and again. Okay, so practice makes man perfect. That's it. Okay, now let's execute this command. So execute get employees. okay, or you need to pass the employee value, okay. So like employee ID, so I have passed the employee ID like this, okay. Oh, now let's execute this command, okay. Thereafter it is telling me, okay, so like employee ID has no parameters argument were supplied. Why it is telling me? Okay, 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 okay. I have to pass. I have to change the SP name. Okay. Now let's execute. Thereafter, you will see that I got the employee by ID, which have the ID as 7. So in such a way, like you have like you have to create SP. Okay, or there are like in fact you can do any kind of the operations in the store procedures. Okay, if you want to scale your applications in terms of database, so definitely you should know that how to create the SP and how to work with it. Okay. Now, there is an important thing that you need to understand, like what are the functions in SQL Server. Okay, if you want to create the functions, in the SQL there are two types of function, which is the tabular function and the like value type function. Okay, so let's see scalar type function. Okay, so let's see that how to create table value function. Okay, so if you want to create the function table value function, okay, so we will get employee employees, okay, or just you have to mention the brackets like this. It will like what this function which has a return type is stable, okay, or like okay, return type is stable, okay, as it will return the table like select star from like Rohan DB dot employees. Okay, so in such a way, like you can create the functions. Okay, you can create a tabular function. Okay, or let's execute this function. Thereafter you will see, okay, so it is TBL, that's it. Okay, now let's execute this function. Thereafter you will see that we have successfully executed this command. If you want to call this function, how to call this function, select a star from dbo dot get employees table, or now let's execute this command. Thereafter you will see that we are getting the values from the tabular function in such a way. Okay, so please don't make the mistakes like me. Okay, now let's create the function, okay, or which has suppose I want to see the things. Okay, now let's this function is like returns as count like how many rows in this table. Okay, so star, okay, like it will check that how many rows is available in this table. Okay, or count. Simply this is the function that we will create here. Okay, or begin or end, that's it. Okay, like in such a way, or you will see that create function must be only in the statement in a batch. Okay, okay, so like you have seen that we have created the function, okay, scalar function. Okay, if you want to call this function, okay, so like there is another way that you can call the function as in such a way, like you have to call the function. Okay, now let's execute this function. Thereafter you will see that we got the answer as a 4. Okay, so this is the basic difference between the what is the scalar function and the tabular function. Okay, in the scalar function, you get only the one value, but if you are trying to return the table, okay, so in such a way you have to define the return type table as well. Okay, so here we have completed the SQL server. Okay, SQL server tutorial. Okay, or for now, this is a good enough to understand to make the basics of the SQL server. Okay, please do a lot of more and more practice. I know there are a lot of things that I haven't discussed here in this video. My purpose is to explain you the things like uh, like like you can do work directly on the project as well. Okay, so I hope you love this video, you love this content. So I just want to request you that please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video to your friends, your colleagues, your network as well, and hit the like button. Or till then, take care guys, bye bye, have a good day. And one more thing guys, If you want the advanced like there are a lot of things we have left in this course. Okay, so don't worry, we will create another video of SQL Server, so that the left being part we will discuss in the second part of this video as well. Okay, don't worry, everything you will learn about the SQL Server as well. My purpose is to explain you that and to make you to learn about the SQL like store procedures, functions, or some basic fundamentals of the SQL. Okay, so till then, take care guys. Bye bye. Have a good day.